Guys, it's Candace. Welcome back. Okay, so I thought we would continue with playing with our junk mail envelopes. This is another one of the Artymaze rose cards that she had. And I think it was just called Rose Journal. We had used it before. This is a piece of paper off of the All Things Swipes. Swipes and Keepies that we're using off of that paper that we had before. I got a piece of twine. If you're curious, it's like 5¼ inches, a piece of twine. And I want it to be a little loose. I got a little piece of lace that measures the width of the envelope, which is 4 inches. I got a button. And then we have our envelope and some of our junk mail that we've coffee dyed that we're going to use for our backing. So, excuse me. What I did is I just trimmed this off at the very top. I mean, it's been opened neatly this time, but I still want to have a smooth top. And then let's go ahead and just prepare a little flap. You know, we always have that little part of the envelope that just doesn't get glue on it. Okay, so now I'm going up and I'm measuring. Here's my this and my that. And I'm measuring 7 inches up, and I'm scoring, because that's where I'm going to fold it. And then I'm going to go ahead and at 1 inch from there, so at the 6 inch mark, if you're looking this way, so it's 1 inches down or 6 inches up, I'm going to draw a line because we're going to cut down to there in a minute. Whew. Okay, I know I'm sweating. All right. I hope you're having a good day. Let's see if this works better than our first one, you know? Let me make sure where I have to be on here. So, yep, right there. All right. So, I'm just going to come in, make sure I'm on my top. Come in, and we're going to just take an itty-bitty hair. Down to where our 1 inch line is. And we're going to come over here and do the same thing. And take that itty bitty hair right there. Okay. Just making sure I'm doing things right. All right, now I'm going to come over on this side and score at 7 inches again, just so I have that extra score mark on the back that I'm going to be needing, because we're going to be chopping this off. All right, so I know I did this yesterday and then, you know, didn't do it again. Let me just bend this so I can get my extra crease in. All right, so let me just look. I know I gotta look at my little prototype and cheat for a minute here. Hold on. You can't see yet. It's a surprise. Okay, that's what I did. All right. Oh my gosh. Okay, so now we're going to cut on this first score line, this 7 inch score line. We don't have to worry about any windows in the back. Oops, don't cut your little back part. And I am going to keep this because this is pretty scrap paper. for collages or whatever. All right, and then while we're in here, this will fight you just a little bit. I just want to come and cut an angle there and cut an angle here, just because I'm going to tuck this in just to reinforce the I know I'm tucking it in, but I'm folding it just so I can get a good seam. I know, and then we're going to come back and put glue in there. So we're going to fight it just another little minute. All right, so we're just going to, I don't know if you can see, hopefully, because I sure can't see what I'm showing you. Okay, there. I'm just going to come in and put a little glue on the inside, just so it holds it down. And then we're just going to flap it back in there, just kind of like we did on the other ones. But this one had a little less trouble. Okay, now, since I know I'm inking, I'm going to go ahead and ink around, because what I'm going to be putting on here isn't as wide as the envelope, so I need to have a little bit of distress color, you know, and if you don't want to use the brown, use another color. You know, if you don't want to be boring like Candace, use another color. And then we're just going to go ahead and hit around here, and I'm leaving this back of the envelope print on there because I think it's cute. And this, let me just go ahead. I know I feel better just putting a little bit of glue on there, on that part. Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing back here. You know, you just got to be careful when you come up here to the top, because it's not as, you know, firm as the others, because it's only one layer. And then I'm just going to, I know what I'm going to cover it, but I feel better right now. Okay. Yes, I still have it. All right, so now we're going to take a piece of our scrap die paper, and I know it doesn't go all the way to the top, but we've got that other piece of paper that we're going to put on there in a minute. So we're just going to tear down the side, and I'm just going to go ahead and ink around here real quick, just so it blends in with the rest of it. And see, you got free paper, and you can't even see the junk through the back. And then we're going to glue this on here. And no, this is just tacky glue. I use this for tacky glue. This is not my permanent glue, because it does not stay. It will peel up in a couple of months. So, but I have a bunch of them. That's why I have it. So I just use it to help me hold it down. So when, you know, to help hold the glue, and it helps it smear a little bit better underneath there. You know, that's what I tell myself, because I have so many of these stupid sticks. I got to pretend like they do something for me. In case I'm out of screen, I'm just putting glue down on the bottom. All right. And then we're just going to lay this down here and just have enough, you know, try to have the same amount showing all around. Did I ask y'all if I'm having a good day? I don't know. Oh, I had a veg day yesterday. I know I couldn't even drag myself down here to make a video. It's just one of those days. So, sorry. Okay, so there's that one. Whoops, my scrap paper's falling. I know, I just want to make sure it's all in there. And then this is going to fold over like that. So you want to fold it over before you put your other piece of paper on here, especially if it's directional. And then this is where you want to come and do a little ink. Okay, because we're going to put Fred A. Krause on here. I mean, it was the perfect size, and I was like, oh, well, why not? We'll just have someone's name on there. But if you don't have this, I mean, I'm sure you have plenty of other little book pages or music notes or anything. Oh my gosh. And then Elka did a beautiful pocket one, and she posted her creations on our Journal Me Crazy groups, Facebook groups. And it's so cute. She did such a pretty job. Oh, and then she's doing that Roxy Stitchery. Oh my gosh, she does the prettiest little things, and she does this little duck. So she posted that on there too, with, you know, where you, that's definitely lots of work in there with all this slow stitching that they're doing, but it's so cute and so pretty. Okay, so now this, as you can gather, is going to be our pocket. And then this is, I sewed around it already, and I did, you know, put a little bit of glue on there on the front, but I didn't put it on the back. So let me just, because I know I'm not going to glue my top, so let me just put a little glue on there, because, you know, I don't like my threads fraying. And then this is going to be a little secret pocket on here. Whoops. Oh, I forgot we need Velcro. That's what's falling over there. Okay. And I'm missing, oh yeah, I need something underneath here, which you don't have to, but I have some other scrap from there. Let's see, who did I even use? Oh, that one. This is the one I used, because it goes across here pretty darn perfect. So let's just, did I even use the whole thing? Yeah. But I'm not going to use the whole thing on here. I'm going to save part of it because I like the writing and the date. So they finally scheduled John's feeding tube thing, which is going to be Friday. But the doctors cannot agree about putting the stent in there, which the radiologist recommended it, the first surgeon recommended it, but the quack GI guy tells him he doesn't think he needs it because some of his patients have, oh gosh, it's bothered them. And, well, I'm sorry, that's why it's called a temporary stent until after the radiation and stuff is done. But, so he's trying, you know, that's the whole thing, is nobody's on the same page. I mean, it's so confusing, not to, anyway, yep, so, but that's finally moving forward. Only took 2 weeks, 1 week of phone calling to get them to schedule it, and then 1 week of them to actually schedule it, because everybody, there's like, oh, well, we didn't know you wanted to do anything. Hello, people. What was the point of the biopsy and everything else? I just, oh, yeah. I mean, it drives you around the bend. All right, so there's that little thing just to cover this little extra. And we'll smush them down. And then we're going to glue this around. And I'm leaving this open because that's going to be a pocket here and a pocket there. Here, pocket there, pocket everywhere, pocket. I know I couldn't resist, sorry. And then we just wait for the lovely radiation appointment to see what and if they can do for him. Alright, so I just gotta hold that for a minute. Okay, and while that's glued, I'm gonna take this. Now, if you don't mind the square edges, that's fine. But I'm going to 1/2 inch round, large round them. Sometimes this thing, I'm telling you. And we'll ink around it. Okay, now I'm gonna have to put you on pause because I need to take this and I'm gonna sew it on here. I mean, if you don't want to sew it, you don't have to. You can glue it, but I'm gonna sew it on top of here. So I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. I have this sewn on there, but I do need to go ahead and put a little glue on my threads so they don't come out or loosen. I know, I feel better when I do it. And then let me just go ahead and put a little on the front. Alright. Because I'm going to leave these strings hanging on here just so they'll be a little, you know, fuzzy, a little extra hairy. Hold on, my eyes are itching. Okay. Alright, now. And then I went and put a little tag that's just going to go in here, so I would know where I'm going to put my Velcro dots. So, oh gosh, I've got one direction. There we go. I know I need to maybe roll them up different. So these are the thin ones that Laura had told me about that she got on Amazon. It's just 75 of them. They're 5/8 of an inch. But if you don't have the thin ones, then just use the ones from the Dollar Tree. I mean, or whatever ones you have. Oops. So, let me just cut me a set off that I want. Okay, and now, since I have my card in here, if you're not going to use it as a pocket, you know, if you want to do it as a side tuck, then you would put your thingy on here. But I've got this. I'm coming in this way, so I need to. I'm going to cut my dot in half. I just got to make sure it's straight on there. Okay, so that way I'll have half on one side, half on the other. All right. And this feels pretty darn sticky, but I'm just gonna, use a little extra glue, you know, because it's gonna get a little extra usability. So we're gonna put this one right there, and then we're gonna take off the backing of this one. Put this one over here. Alright, and then I'm gonna, well, if I get my finger underneath there, take the back off of that one, and take the back off of this one. threw them in the trash before. And then put a little glue on there, and then we're going to shut our lid so that way it picks up wherever they are. And then we're not going to mess with it for a little bit because, it needs to stick and glue. All right, so while that's sticking and gluing, we're going to take our little twine, and I'm just going to kind of open it a little bit, not be so tightly strung like I am. Okay, and then where's my Fab-Tac? I'm gonna stick him on here. And if you want some other twine or color yarn or embroidery thread in your button, well, now's the time. But I'm just gonna put him on here like that and try to get him in the middle. My top on. All right. And that's that little pocket. Now, while this one's drying, I was like, well, let's do another one and use this from the Junk Journal Studio, Summer's Bounty. So this one came from kit number 3, and it's off of this page that has these 2 pockets. So, because when I saw that, I was like, oh, that'll be perfect for this. So, let's go ahead and do the same thing. I went ahead and inked it just so it will be done. Let's go ahead and cut the sides down just itty bitty. I know I was further over than itty bitty, but let's cut it down. Come around. Okay. And then we're going to cut it off at the score line. And if you like your pattern, go ahead and keep it for another day. And let me go ahead, like last time, I scored, I'm like, where's it at? I scored at 7 inches just so I know where my fold's going to be. All right, so now let me see. This one, let's be brave. I don't know. Let's do a side tuck. Okay, but we still got to do this. I know I'm getting ahead of myself. So let's cut a little tab so we can poke that in. And like I said, I just want to score it here so it's easier for me to fold. Well, at least my head says it is. I mean, I don't know. It probably isn't, but you know me, got to have those extra couple steps. All right, and let's put glue around the edges so our little flap will stay down. Okay. And then, since we're inked everywhere else, let's ink here. Oh, I sure did not ink around the inside. Oh, that's because it was folded. Okay, so I'm like, why didn't I? It's because it had its topper on there. All right, so now this time we're going to, I need a little more ink. Okay. This time we're going to put this as a side pocket. So we're going to glue here, here, here. So no glue there. And I already glued my little tabs down on here earlier. Make sure. Yep. Okay. I know I need to be up a little bit more. So now we're going to glue this on here. And it's going to be a right tuck. Hold on, let me smush down on my Fabri-Tac. I know sometimes crafting is a two-handed thing. That's because we got two projects going at once. I just need to make sure my button's down. Okay. And then we'll just kind of come and do that. And then on the back, we want to do some more of our scrap paper so that way we can write on it. Now if you're just going to put this in as a pocket, then you don't have to do this, but I'm not sure what I'm doing with it, so I'm just going to do this to be safe to be sorry type stuff. All right. Okay, and then let's put some of our tacky glue on here. And then you just want to make sure that you get as close to the edge as you can with the glue so that way, oops, it doesn't come off the page or anything if you're going to be using it as a tuck pocket. Putting it in and out of a belly band or a larger pocket. Or you just got to go around and glue the edges down. Okay, so we got that one. Okay, and then this one. See, I made that mark. Now I've lost it. There it is. Well, let's just do it again. Because, you know, we want it to be folded before we put our other. My little edge didn't seam down. We just need to ink him up so he blends. Okay, now, I know I was not prepared for this one. I know, shame. Who do we have that is as long as this? Bum. Oh, I forgot I had that. Alright. We'll just use this one. It's long, but I think it'd be pretty on here. Alright. We'll go over here. Okay, looks like if you go there. I know, just making sure I'm pushing so that dries flat. Let's make sure this is going to fit on there, which, yes, but I think I need to take off a little more on the bottom. Which was not straight. So don't think that your stuff is straight, but we're going to use it anyway. And I think I want to put some crinkle on it. Oh, doggone. See? Try to do more than one project. Well, alright. So we have that. Okay, this side needs a little now. I know, see? It always leads. One crinkle spot leads to another. Alright, leave it away. Leave it alone, Candace. Leave it. Okay, now we're going to put this on there. Whoa. Okay, and while that's gluing and drying, because you know I don't want to cut the corners until it dries. I know. I need a little bit more glue on that corner. Okay, so let's see. Let's just trim this and see what it's going to look like in there. Oops, wrong one. I'm going to need I don't know. We put a tab on there. We'll have to put a tab on there, but I mean, that's a good size for it. Let me just, I know we got to decorate them or something, but I just want to put them in here. This did not make a pretty round corner, so I got to do it again. But this will be pretty for a little journal card. Like I said, we'll have to decorate it. I'm just trying to buy a little time while that's drying. And then we have some pretty tabs that are in that kit that will go on here. But we're just going to put that like that for now until I put my tab on it. Okay, that's still drying. Well, while that one's is still a little damp, I can feel it. Here's this one that we finished. So we got our two little Velcros on the side, so that way we have our tag in here, and then you have a pocket in the back for a larger journal card. So we will, you know, get those done when it's time. And then there's this, and you know what I was kind of thinking was if you had a big pocket down here, you could just tuck this into your pocket and it would, you know, fill your page, or you could put a hinge on it and do a flip out. So, or if you had a side tuck and all that good stuff, that'd give you two journaling cards in there. I mean, a tag and a journal card, and then journaling on the back. So that's my thinking on that one. Now this, let's see. Okay, it feels like I could do it now. Let's see. Let's cross our fingers, cross our eyes. Nope. Cockamamie thing. I tell you, this thing, I've always been disappointed with my crocodile. It's never worked. It just doesn't do right. I see people, I mean, they just glue something and they just put it on there and boop, cut it right off. No, not mine. Okay. So let me just round that edge a little bit more. And then we'll ink it, and then we'll put our Velcro on there. And I'm trying to decide what kind of ribbon I want on top. Oh. Let's see. I know I have something over here. We have our regular standby. Oops, I got to get some more of that. I'm out. No, I think that's too blasé. Too plain. I need a little more. I need something else on there. What we got? We got some green. Well, I mean, anyway. Let's see. Is this a little wider? No, see now? Wasting time. We have that. Okay, I'm looking there. And then I have this. That might be pretty just because it'll pull up this green down below. So if we put that on here and this on top, oh, I think that would be pretty. Okay, so we're going to do that. So I have that one. Oh, let's go ahead. Well, I was going to sew it. That's why I'm not putting the thingy on there yet. So I got to sew it down first. But I still think I'm going to be okay. All right, so I know this stuff is always so confusing, but I'm going with that side. Let me put my ink top back on. And we'll just put this on here. We'll cut this on here. And run some glue down the middle. Some Fabri-Tac, I should say. Let's call it what it is. All right. And stick our this is what's showing is the white on here. All right. I was liking the other one, but I'm going to sew over it anyway, so brr. Oop, just stuck my fingers in it. I felt it. See? My fingernail. All right, we got to give that a minute to dry, and then we'll go sew, and then we'll put our Velcro on this one, and this little one will be done. I mean, we probably don't need to sew it, but if we sewed it, then I don't know. I still like to sew it. Just so it matches, you know, with down below. Now I will go with my little glue and just keep the edges from fraying. And twirl it around, do the same over here. You know, I'm a no fray kind of girl. I don't think I did that one because I'll have to probably trim that off right there because it's hanging over just a tad. Oh, don't want that up too far. I know. See, now I just get nitpicking. Okay. So let me give that a minute to dry, and then I will be right back and show you what it looks like. Okay, guys, I'm back. So I just straight stitched this one in there, but let me go ahead and put some glue on my little threads. Put some on the front. Okay, now we need to go ahead and get another little Velcro dot ready. Okay, and this time I'm going to put it on the top and then let it fall down. I mean, you know. Oops. Well, thought it was. Okay. And then, like I said, I just feel a little better putting a little bit of glue, even though this one really is kind of sticky. And I just want to put it in the middle. Okay, so if I put it right there, I just want to make sure that I'm going to be in the right place. It's too late now because I done stuck it on there. Alright, and then let's peel the back off of there. Stick a little reinforcement on it. Just because, you know, it's going to get a lot of use and a lot of love. And then we have our little strings hanging out. So that's that one. Alright, so we did two similar pockets. Now I've lost my top. There he is. Two similar pockets. Same idea. Just one's a top tuck and one's a side tuck. I know. Let me get my thingy in there. So there's this one that you open up, and it's got a top tuck pocket here, and then a pocket in here, which, you know, we'll make something for it later. And then we just, you know, cut our little Velcros in half so it can be on the sides of our tag. And then this one here is, let's see if it's ready for me. Yep. Okay, did pretty good. Okay, so this one, we put the dot in the middle because we made a side tuck on it. And like I said, this one's Artymaze Rose Journal. And then this one, it's an older one. And then this is TheJunkJournalStudio's new Summer's Bounty. And that is that one. And like I said, we might, depending on what I do or where it goes, I don't know. I mean, it's looking pretty, but, you know, if I have it next to here, I'm like, oh, it needs something. But if you look at it by itself, it looks just fine. But it's because I got a button on here. All right, guys. Well, there you go. I hope you enjoyed this. There you go. There's my first one. See, I had to make a prototype. Oh, I put that on there. Well, poo. So if you want to decorate it, let's crap. Oh my gosh, my Velcro dots are falling. All right, so if you want to decorate it, just grab some paper doily. So we'll just go ahead and do that. I mean, heck, let's make it look like as close to the original as we can. So we have some doily, and then we have some Junk Journal Studio. I believe this is the Christmas one, but it goes with everything. I think I'm going to use the starker one for here. I mean, these labels are just year-round. Year-round. Like I said, most of her kits that she does, a lot of the things that are in there you can use year-round. They're not just for one time of the year. Now, I know this is too big, so let's just tear that off. And right here. Ah, now I'm nitpicking. All right. Do. See, I've been quiet too long. Our weather's changing again. And I got sinus pressure in my ears. Got a little ringing going on in there. No, not voices, ringing. It's two different things, y'all. It was so nice yesterday as far as temperature-wise and, you know, overcast and cloudy, but I'm okay with that. I mean, Mia was in heaven. She was laying out there on the porch all day, just curled up in a ball or laying. I mean, she's a big husky, but she will lay on her back with all four legs just sprawled out, passed out. That's how she sleeps most of the time. It's just funny. But she was just sucking it up yesterday, you know, being out there just right for her. All right. You know, of course, the little girl's outside, woof, 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 doing all her barking nonsense. But she's actually, oh, she's behind me in her chair back here. That's why it's so quiet. She's taking a siesta. You know, she's just strengthening her lungs for later so she could bark on the next video. Oh my gosh. Okay, so there now. That's what was missing. All right, and you know, like here, you know, we might have to go and use something from the kit. But I'm seeing this olive one, and I'm thinking it might be pretty on here. You know, I don't even know. I'm going to look. I've just got to see, you know. Just because there's doilies in the kit. But they are white doilies. But, pff, oh well. Let's see. I might have not pulled enough off for my liking. Oh, but then we got Nouveau drops. Okay, that's good enough for my liking. Because we got Nouveau drops. See, you know, I hate decorating before, but I know it's going to go in something that I'm going to make with the kit, so it will be fine. Let me see if we can get this back here to not cover too much of the flower. But yep, we have, you know, Nouveau drops or sequins. We will see when the time comes for what needs to be there. All right, now I've got to stop. I've got to back away because I'm getting out of hand. I'll put a little more up there. Okay, so there we go. All right, now, see? It's all that one's fault. It's all my fault for not paying attention to what I was doing. All right, now, there you go. So we've made top tucks, side tucks out of junk mail envelopes using some of our junk mail coffee dye paper for the backing. And then when we get going, we will see this needs something. When we get going, we will you know, finish up and do our decoration inside and all that good stuff. All right, guys. So thanks for watching. Thanks for sharing some of your time with me. I hope you enjoyed this one. This one really is a quick and easy little thing. You know, not too hard, not too difficult. And just depending on how much you put on it, just, you know, makes it different. So, I will see you on the next video. Thanks for all your love. Thanks for your support. Thanks for all of my new subscribers. Thanks to all my old subscribers and my great friends. And y'all have a great day and a blessed day. Lots of kisses, lots of love. And I will see y'all later. Bye, guys.